Today, we're diving into the incredible tale of Hercules and his 12 labors. This isn't just a story about strength and bravery, it's about redemption, personal growth, and overcoming our darkest moments. Hercules, the son of Zeus, was once a celebrated hero. But due to the jealousy of Hera, the queen of the gods, he was cursed and driven to madness. In a tragic twist of fate, he harmed his own family. This heartbreaking event filled him with guilt and despair, leaving him feeling lost and alone. Seeking a way to atone for his actions, Hercules turned to the god Apollo for guidance. Apollo advised him to serve his cousin, Eurystheus, and complete a series of 12 labors. These tasks were not just impossible challenges, they were a path to redemption. Hercules faced fierce monsters, daunting tasks, and the weight of his own mistakes. Each labor pushed him to his limits, testing not only his strength but also his heart and spirit. So, join me on this journey as we explore how Hercules transformed through these incredible challenges, proving that no matter how far we fall, we can rise again. Let's dive into the story of Hercules and discover the lessons of courage, perseverance, and the power of redemption. Number 1. Hercules' dark beginning. Hercules was once a celebrated hero but fell into darkness because of Hera, the queen of the gods. She hated him for being Zeus's illegitimate son. Driven mad by Hera's curse, he accidentally harmed his own family. When he realized what he had done, he was filled with guilt and sadness. To make things right, he sought advice from the god Apollo, who told him he must serve his cousin Eurystheus and complete 12 labors. Number 2. The Nemean lion. For his first labor, Hercules had to defeat the powerful Nemean lion, whose skin couldn't be pierced by any weapon. Hercules used his bare hands to strangle the lion and eventually killed it, earning its hide as armor. Number 3. The Lernaean Hydra. Next, he faced the Hydra, a monster with many heads. Whenever he cut off one head, 2 more grew back. With help from his nephew Iolaus, they burned the necks to stop them from growing back, finally defeating the Hydra. However, Eurystheus refused to count this labor because Hercules had help. Number 4. The Golden Hind of Artemis. His third task was to capture the Golden Hind, a sacred deer to Artemis, the goddess of the hunt. Hercules chased it for a year, until he finally caught it. Artemis spared him punishment after he explained his mission. He brought the hind back, but Eurystheus couldn't keep it. Number 5. The Erymanthian boar. For his fourth task, he had to catch a giant boar that was terrorizing the countryside. Hercules wore the boar down with his strength and endurance, bringing it back to Eurystheus, who was both shocked and impressed. Number 6. The Augean stables. Eurystheus sent him to clean the filthy stables of King Augeas, which hadn't been cleaned in 30 years. He had to do it in one day. Hercules cleverly diverted 2 rivers to wash out the stables, completing the task, but the king refused to pay him for it. Number 7. The Stymphalian birds. His next challenge was to get rid of the monstrous birds with bronze beaks that ate flesh. With Atena's help, he used a loud device to scare the birds into the air and then shot them down, completing this labor. Number 8. The Cretan bull. For his 7th task, he had to capture the fierce Cretan bull. Hercules subdued the bull and brought it back, marking another victory for him. Number 9. The mares of Diomedes. His 9th task was to capture the man-eating horses of Diomedes. Sadly, during the task, his friend Abderos was killed by the wild mares. Despite his grief, Hercules managed to bring the horses back. Number 10. The belt of Hippolyta. For the 10th labor, Hercules needed to retrieve the belt of Hippolyta, the queen of the Amazons. She agreed to give it to him, but Hera spread a rumor that he was trying to kidnap her. This led to a battle where Hippolyta was tragically killed. Even with the pain of loss, Hercules completed the task. Number 11. The cattle of Geryon. The 11th labor involved bringing back the cattle of Geryon, a giant with 3 bodies. Hercules fought through challenges and secured the cattle, completing yet another difficult task. Number 12. The golden apples of Hesperides. In his next task, Hercules had to get the golden apples guarded by the Hesperides and a dragon. He got advice from Prometheus to ask Atlas for help. Atlas agreed to help but tried to trick Hercules into carrying the world forever. Using his cleverness, Hercules convinced Atlas to take back the world and collected the apples for Eurystheus. Number 13. The capture of Cerberus. For his final labor, Hercules needed to capture Cerberus, the 3-headed dog of the underworld, using only his bare hands. After a tough battle, he emerged victorious and brought Cerberus back, completing all his labors. Through these trials, Hercules didn't just show off his strength, he sought forgiveness and inner peace. His journey from guilt to redemption teaches us that we can change, no matter how heavy our past may feel. In the end, even Hera forgives him, and after his death, Hercules becomes a god, taking his place among the stars. Thanks for joining me in this incredible story of strength and redemption. Let's carry some of Hercules' courage with us as we face our own challenges. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share what inspired you about Hercules' story.